and welcome to Homestead Corner. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about organizing your preps. We have made it to the end of the year and it has been a pretty crazy year. And next year is going to be more crazy, I believe. When I first started prepping, my biggest struggle was organization. I would know that I purchased things, but I just couldn't find them. I had this here and that there, and stuff just piled together in boxes that had nothing to do with each other. And it was a real problem for us. If the power goes down, you've got the wood stove running, and little Johnny burns his hand, and you know you've got everything to help him. How can you help him if you can't find all of your stuff? You need it to be quick, easy access. So I have found organization is really an extremely important thing. So I thought today I would just share some of the things that we do to help organize our stuff, just to make it a little bit easier for us to find them. We know where it is. When an emergency happens, we can go right to it and find it without a problem. And really anybody in the house knows where it is and what to look for. So some of the things, I use a lot of Dollar Tree buckets. You know, I love the Dollar Tree. For only $1, why not? And I know they're going up to $1.25 now, but like these little locker bins, these are perfect. And we just label them. We don't use any fancy labels or anything like that. This is just a piece of paper with clear packing tape. What you have on hand, use what you got. That is the best way to do it. If you have got a large supply of boxes, you could use those too. That would work. Whatever works for you. I like these little plastic totes. They're easy. And when you walk up to the shelf, you can see there's soup in it. So, and these are just random soups all jammed in here. So you can just pick your soup. Simple and easy. And I always put the soups that need to be used first in the front. When I get new soups, I always put them in the back and try and keep that rotation going. That is key when you have a food pantry, is to keep it rotated. Bring the older stuff to the front, put the new stuff in the back. That way you've got it and it just keeps rolling. For our bulk dry goods and things like that, we like to use buckets with Mylar bags in them. It's really super simple and you can stack them up so they don't take so much room. The only thing I have discovered over the years is be careful of your lids. Your cheap Walmart lids, if you've got heavy buckets on top and you're 3, 4, 5 buckets high, these lids break. They can't handle the weight of the heavy buckets on top. So I have gone into my storage and found one of these broken and buckets just spread across the room. You know, they're all over the place. It can't handle the weight. So I found that we take our lighter weight buckets towards the top. And, you know, if we have these cheaper lids, we use those on top buckets. We try to use the more heavy duty, sturdier lids on the bottom, especially if you're stacking buckets. You want to be careful that this doesn't happen. Your buckets are going flying across the room. They're all over the damn place, knocking everything in its path over, because those buckets are heavy. And you can store a lot of food in a small space in a 5-gallon bucket, because you can get like a 50-pound bag of sugar in a 5-gallon bucket, or 35 pounds of beans, rice, things like that. So I love buckets because you can put so much in them. They can go long term when you're sealing with your Mylar bags and oxygen absorbers. Those things are great for really long term, and I like that. But you just want to be careful of these cheesy lids. And this is just a cheap little Walmart lid that comes with a Walmart bucket. And the buckets I've never had problems with, but the lids, are not always fabulous. So we try to keep those toward the top in the top 2 layers of buckets, just so we're not picking up buckets when we walk in there. I have also found at Walmart, they have these like clear shoe boxes with the lids. They're not airtight or anything, but they're great for keeping, you know, your things together. I've got baking stuff in here, and I just wrote baking on a label. And so I know when I look at the front of it what it is. They're all stacked together. You can see exactly what's in each bucket. But these shoebox size, they're super handy for small items. And I have found if you look around Christmas time, January, they have a lot of organizational stuff at Walmart that you don't carry all year. And I found these, they were packs of 10 for like $6, which was really cheap. So even cheaper than the Dollar Tree. You can get 10 of them. That's only 60 cents a piece. So I would definitely look at your Walmarts if you're looking for something like this. These shoebox size ones, they're pretty inexpensive. They're usually all bundled together for like $6. You can't beat that. I love a good deal. So these were a great buy, and I bought a couple of sets of them, and we really like these for the smaller items, batteries, whatever, rope, all kinds of stuff. Little tea lights. We use them for everything. This one's for baking, but I just grabbed some random different things that we use. Another thing we use from the Dollar Tree are these like little, they look like little laundry baskets. They're perfect for your open top stuff. This is just a bucket of vitamins. We keep a big barrage of vitamins. If we are not able to have fresh fruits and vegetables, you want to make sure you're still getting that nutrients. So having extra vitamins in the house is super important. And these are great for that. It's open. You can see what you want. I use the open top ones a lot for things we're in and out of a lot of. So I don't have to really worry about dust or anything like that because we're always getting in there and moving things around. But I do like the covered things also. And this is just a food container from the Dollar Tree. And you can put food in it. You can do anything with it. But we really like them for storage because they're big enough to fit a ton of stuff in. And, you know, you can really get a ton of floss in the bottom, toothbrushes, whatever it is you use. They can be for anything. And I really like that. The ones that we don't get in as often, like, you know, I might get in here once a month or every couple months or whatever it is we need. And, you know, you can add to it, remove from it, but keeping everything together and knowing what exactly is in here. Like it says oral care, and specifically there's toothbrushes, floss, dental repair kit, things like that in here. So when you walk up to it, you know. I love labeling everything on the front, even if it's just a little piece of paper with clear tape. Works great. For cans and jars and things like that, your everyday foods, canned foods, box foods, I love the Hyper Tough shelving that you can get it at Walmart, I think Amazon. There are a bunch of places you can find it online. I will put links to everything that I talk about in this video in the description box that I can find online. And but a lot of the containers we get right at the Dollar Tree because they're just so inexpensive. Or like these, they don't always have them, but those 10 packs, what a great deal. So the Hyper Tough shelves are just wire shelves, and they're super tough. They will hold all of your canned goods. We use them for home canned foods, canned food we buy from the store, whatever. And those shelves just work so good, and they can handle the weight. I've had them for years and they work super well. The plastic shelving is substantially cheaper, but even toilet paper I have had collapse those plastic shelvings. And you know, toilet paper and tissues are not that heavy, but there's no way you could really put tons of canned food on it and have it support it for a long period of time. A couple of months, yeah. But over time, I've had them collapse really with toilet paper and tissue on them. So I try to go with the more heavy duty wire shelving, because that is going to last, and I've never had an issue in all the years. The last thing that we do is we write the dates on top of all of our store-bought foods. Anything that I home can, I write what it is when I canned it. Anything that we buy at the store, I always check the expiration date and write it on top. Coffee, olives, soup, anything like that. And that way it's easier for us, so I can pick it up and see the date. You know, it's in black Sharpie marker. It's easy, and it's easy to keep everything rotated that way, because you want to make sure that you're keeping things rotated so they're not going bad. And if, you know, I know people that will take and they'll go through their pantry every so many months, and they'll pull all that food that needs to be eaten in the next 6 months and put it in a spot, so they use that first. That works too. We don't do it that way, but whatever works for you, I think is a great way to do it. And that is it for this video. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.